Yes, Gasheads. Yeah, there is no real purpose for this video other than just to go live on a Wednesday night. I am currently in the office at work, about to go and do an assessment just down the road for the yeah, and I've got about a spare 45-ish minutes. So I thought, why not? Just go live for 10, 15, 20 minutes, however long. Depends how many people join. And just talk about the state of our club, and kind of grieve together. Yeah, last night was absolutely horrendous, wasn't it? It was absolutely abysmal. And it's getting to the point now where it's like it's becoming a chore. It's becoming quite hard to go to, to Bristol Rovers games. I'm really not anxious. I don't know what the word is. Not looking forward to Saturday, put it that way, When we play Swindon at home, I know they've just lost to Cheltenham last night. What a goal by Ethan Archer it was, by the way. But I just know how this script is going to go. We're going to lose on Saturday, and that'll be 10 in a row. I was looking yesterday, biggest losing streaks in English football. And there was, I don't even know what the team's name was, but there was 19 games in a row. But that was in like the 1888, 1889s, that sort of stuff. So that don't count. But the top flight one I could find was Sunderland in the 02-03 season. Lost 17 in a row. And I think the way that we're going, that's the record. I think the way that we're going, I think we could match that or even break that. Because it's just so bad. It really is just so bad. And I don't even know. I don't even know what's changed. Like, why? What has changed since Walsall at halftime? Because it is so difficult to put your finger on it, because that first half of football, maybe one of the best we've played all season. Which now, looking back on it now, isn't hard with the state that we're in. But what changed? What changed at halftime there? Because I just watched Nappers' video on TikTok about the current state that we're in, and he said that in that 7-game unbeaten run, or 8-game, whatever it was, he got a bit of stick from fans because he said that it won't last. Let's not get carried away because we haven't been playing well, and we weren't playing well. But the thing that was impressing me is that we weren't playing well, but we were still winning or getting the games over the line. And now we're just not playing well. And 4-0 away at Barnet. It's calamitous. It's absolutely calamitous. And you can sit here and say sack Darryl, and I think if it were any other manager, he would have been gone anyway. But I don't know at this point. I don't think there is any sane manager that would come in and take this job on. People are saying Steve Evans, including myself. I've said Steve Evans. If you're going to replace Darryl, I'd be looking at Big Steve or Slim Steve now. And I think that he would. Well, actually, as Neil said, I think it might have been Neil. He would terrify these players. But I don't think he'd come. I don't think that he'd come in. I really don't think that he would come in. And I think now it's, do we stick with Darryl because he's got credit in the club? I don't think that's good enough anymore. I don't think that's good enough. Like, I think that if you're going to stick with a manager, it has to be because you believe in them, not because of what they've done in the past. And I think if there's any other manager if this was any other manager, he would have been sacked long ago. So let's get some comments in. I appreciate 18 people live at this point because, like I say, this is my secondary channel. I'm normally on TikTok. So let's read this one. Dan says, when Cheltenham beat Harrogate on Saturday, that will save us from the drop zone for now. Clark should be sacked after our 10th defeat against Swindon on Saturday. Yeah. I don't know how you go 10 losses in a row and keep your job, but at the same time, there's no commitment in football, right? And that saddens me a little bit because what do we do in life, right? What do we do in life? When things get hard, we don't quit, do we? But at the same time, there's not really been anything shown in these last 9 games that warrants him staying in the job. But at the same time, I think if we sack him and we get it wrong, we definitely go down. With Daryl, we might just go down. It's so hard. I don't really know. Chris says, there are so many questions, it hurts your head to think about the why. Let's be fair. Okay, yeah, fair. Sorry, I'm on my phone, so it's a bit small right, and that's why I couldn't see it. Car Maman says, I've always said Ollie should have taken the job, but he'll cost Darryl his job on Saturday. Yeah, I mean, did we interview him? I know we interviewed. I know we interviewed quite a few managers before we went in for Inigo Calderon, and maybe even before Daryl as well. I don't know if Ollie was ever one that we looked at, but he wouldn't come under this nonsense. Hello, by the way. Jerry. Okay, it's Jerry. Hello, mate. How are you? We got the talking gas. Now, I did offer Hayner to come in and do a Hemmings versus Hayner right now live, but he was having some tea. So you just got me by myself. And then Hayner says, shambles, absolute shambles. And you went, mate. So fair play to you. I think it's it's a real worry. And the statistics, that's a lovely cup of tea. The statistics as well, right? I put a tweet out yesterday. I said something like history makers 9 in a row. And the statistics show that in the last 9 league games, we've conceded 24, scored 3, and lost all 9. That is so bad. That is so bad. Yeah, I mean, and it won't get any. It won't get any better on Saturday. You know, people are saying to me in the comments as well, like on my TikToks and YouTubes, that if they turn up how they turned up against Cheltenham, that we'll be 3-0 up at half time. No, we won't. No, we won't. I mean, we've scored 3 in 9 games, let alone 3 in one half. Strange Gloves says, was anyone else expecting an announcement today? I wouldn't be surprised if there was, but I'm also not surprised there isn't because, yeah. Let's have a look here. Jerry says, I live in London. Thank Christ I didn't go last night. Yeah. I mean, my Sky Sports stream was glitching up because I live in Wales, you may know now. But yeah, the weather was so bad. So bad. And my Sky Sports stream was glitching out. I watched every goal, by the way. It came back in when we were conceding goals. And yeah, that was bad enough watching it at home. So imagine you actually being there. Horrendous. It can't go on like this, can it? It can. There you go. Yeah, it can. It definitely can, and it is. Barrow sat their manager, and they're 4 places ahead of us. Yeah, maybe DC knows how to convince the managers. Have you heard anything about the owners? Rumors about selling, interfering. Yeah, I mean, you hear stuff. Me and Hayner are in a pretty privileged position that we get told information all the time about stuff. To be honest, Shane, I don't know what's true and what's not, so I'm not even going to bother. Not even going to bother. But yes, we get told stuff a lot. But I don't know if anything it is true. I just have to trust that it is. Yeah. So like I said again, if you're just joining now, there's no real purpose for this stream. It's just I'm trying to kill some time before I go off and do an assessment. And yeah, I just thought what a better way to do so than to kill some time with other grieving gasheads. I actually thought we were okay for 10 minutes second half. Then the pen kill. That penalty as well was utterly ludicrous. Why are you dangling a leg there? Yeah, I mean, Josh McEachran in his interview afterwards said, look, they thought second half they came out and did quite well, and then we lost 2-0 anyway in that second half. So it's like it's even when we're playing better, we're just not very good, are we? We're just not very good at all. It's really it's a real worry, and for a lot of gas heads, Ian Holloway is a hero at the club, and for him to come down on Saturday and put a number on us, because he will, that's just going to be horrible to see, isn't it? It's going to be horrible to see. Jerry says Shaq wasn't bad. No, I also don't think Mola has been awful. I think Mola is a little bit of an easy scapegoat for a lot of people. I don't think Mola has been bad. Maybe not bad, but I don't think he's been calamitous as well. A lot of people like to give him the stick. By the way, people say to you, oh, he's on £7,500 a week. No, he isn't. No, he isn't. I can tell you that for a fact. So I don't think he's been that bad. I don't think Shaq has been that bad in spells, but my God, like, there's just no opportunity for any, like, do you know what? Fabrizio Caven last night, I honestly felt like, what are you doing here, mate? What are you doing here? Because he has so much talent. Like that moment when he picked it up on the left-hand side, ran at the centre-back, dropped his right shoulder, the Barnet centre-back fell away, he cuts onto his left and absolutely lashes it, and the keeper, it goes right at the keeper in the end. But it's just there's just nothing. I never ever look like now in games that we're going to score. And do you know what's going to be annoying, right? If we beat Swindon on Saturday, that's a big if. It does it even matter at this point? We're so far off it. Like it's a real worry. And they're going to be annoyed about losing to Cheltenham, so they're going to want to come and do a number on us. Taylor Moore has been shocking since he joined. I mean, last night was not his best game at all. Would you try Lockyer? What do you mean, Enf984? Do you mean as manager? Okay, no. Would you try Lockyer at right back in a 4-4-2? At this point, mate, I'll try anything. I'll try anything at this point. Do you know what? Lockyer as well hasn't won a league game since he's come back. He hasn't. But there's just a losing mentality around the club at the minute. When Tom Lockyer can't even galvanise. Yeah, I mean it's poor. It's really poor. There are going to be some players going in January, and I mean not just going. I mean thrown out of the door, and we're going to have to recruit. But I don't know if I can trust the recruitment at the minute. It's so baffling. It's so baffling. Yeah, I mean, just please no more back three or back five. Nick, you have to get used to that, my friend. He absolutely bloody loves it. Yeah, it's been really poor. It's been really poor, and I'm really concerned now at this point. I mean, as Neil says, shit runs downhill. So, yeah, let's have a look at this. Do you not think no matter what manager our club appoint, these players be the same for whoever? It was the same under Taylor, Calderon, and now DC. Rob, my point exactly. I'm not sure if it is just the manager. If Darryl Clark can't galvanise the players, then it's. But yeah, I mean, it's been really bad. Lapata headed the ball straight to the Barnet striker. It led to a goal, and Conte gave them the pen. You're also forgetting every centre-back getting dragged to the near post, leaving Mola on his own to defend against two players for that first goal as well. It's just there's no communication. Josh McEachran as well was the only player. Do you know what? Josh McEachran, I can imagine, is probably standing there at a minute or sat down at home right now thinking, what the flipping heck is this bollocks? He's played and trained with Lampard and all these big names. And he must be looking around thinking, what is this shite? Because it is terrible. And I'm not just saying it's individually, just collectively as well. We're just so bad. So bad. Calderon at least got a point. Yeah. God, I'd kill for a point. In your next pod with Charlie and Neil, could you list all of the players from last year and how much time left on their contracts? It'll help to understand who could be moved out in January. Could do, mate. If that's going to be helpful for you, my friend, if we could do. But some of them are on big old contracts, so yeah, it's going to be hard to move them off. I mean, Roel Sotirio looks like he's already packing his boxes, doesn't he? Because he hasn't been involved for ages. So I think we're getting a clear understanding of who's not going to play for a while. I think Ollie Dewsbury's probably going to go on loan. He hasn't been involved in a while. So yeah, really, really poor. Really poor. What is the time? Because my watch doesn't actually work. What is the time? The time is 17:56. Oh, we're doing all right. Got to leave it about 15:15, but I will get it wrapped up within the next 5-ish minutes. Yeah, team, I just want to come on here and just because yesterday I turned to the missus and I said, strap in because I'm about to rant on TikTok. She went, you lost again? I said, yep. She went, what's the score? I said, 4-0. She went, 4-0. I said, yep. She said, why do you think you're so bad? I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say. So, especially not to her as well, because will she understand what I'm trying to tell her? It's so hard because it's like she's just humoring me half the time, because she cares and she wants me to be happy and stuff. So it's like I wanted to do this tonight just to kind of, like I say, grieve with fellow gas heads who are struggling at a minute because my head's on Mars. DC looks tortured in every interview, and quite frankly, he looks like he's given up. I hope I'm wrong because he's all we've got. Jerry, I agree. He looks absolutely crestfallen. Absolutely crestfallen. Football and music on top says, how do you think we'll do? We will get absolutely battered on Saturday. Call me a sausage because I'm getting absolutely battered. Nick says, has Neil been helping him pack? That's why we've had no Thursday for a while, I'm guessing. To be fair, I'm pretty sure Neil would help him pack if he asked. Why has there been no Thursday? There hasn't been a Thursday pod for a while. Last week, my son had a chest infection. Neil was on holiday in Italy, so Hayner obviously wasn't going to go live by himself. The week before that, I think Hayner fell asleep. And I think the week before that, Hayner fell asleep. The week before that, I think someone's phone died. Like, it's been a bit rubbish. So we need to get back on it because consistency is key with this sort of stuff as well. We'll get battered Saturday, I agree. Absolutely agree. Harry says, why can't we draw a game? If you've lost 5 on the bounce, stabilise the team. Play one up front and just try to take your chance when they come. We are such a one-dimensional team. Harry, the thing is, mate, is that we're playing Cavan up top by himself and we're expecting long balls to be head up by someone who's 5'3". And it's just not... That's something that I struggle with Daryl because in the seasons where we've been good, we've played a pretty good brand of football, Yes, you're right, we've never scored a massive amount of goals, but we've never looked like we're just one-dimensional hoofball, Sam Allardyce football. The silence from the owners is scary, and no stadium updates and planning permission for a full year, pretty much. Yeah, the owners are... the owners are... I don't even want to go there. DC out. Fair, I can't even argue with that at a minute. A draw, yes, please, lol. Bloody hell, I'd give anything for a draw. Rob says, also, Hutch has moved away from our toxic club. He's playing well and scoring goals. Couldn't say it better myself, Rob. People are saying to me, oh, let's get Hutch back. He ain't coming back. He ain't coming back. Why would he? Why would he come back at this point? He's doing well at Cheltenham. Like, all right, yes, you could technically recall him and be an absolute dickhead and just cancel the contract or cancel the loan, bring it back. Of course we could, but he ain't coming back. You don't want to come back. You don't want anything to do. I mean, if his missus is anything to go by, they don't want anything to do with Bristol Rovers. So yeah, and fair play to him. Good for him. Good for him doing well. We were supposed to be hearing from him by the end of the year, 3 weeks and counting. Don't hold your breath. We need a manager that can help these players to score. At this point, I bloody play John Stead. Jesus, honestly, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. Yeah, really poor. Was hoping Cheltenham would get a Prem side away in the cup and fund the transfer fee. Yeah, I mean, yeah, gets given the 8 shirt in pre-season. Doesn't perform massively with it. Falls out with the club, falls out with the fans. Goes to Cheltenham, bangs goals, and looks really happy there. So maybe it was the environment. Anyway, team, I'm going to wrap this up because, yeah, it's too depressing for my liking at the minute. Well, I do feel better. I do feel like a weight has been lifted. So, yeah, thank you for joining me, and I will see you. Oh, maybe tomorrow night. Hopefully tomorrow night. If not, we'll do I don't know. We will have to do a Hemmings versus Hayner as well. And if I really don't see you before then, I will see you on the news, because I'm going to be on BBC News again. Don't know when that's coming out, but I'll be on the news again. And yeah, if not, I'll see you down the Mem on Saturday, 12:30 kickoff, to watch us get absolutely #battered by an old club legend. Oh, good lord, absolutely vile. Let's quickly do some final comments. I take the lad from Portishead, 100 goals, 100 games. I'll take Lewis Britton at this point. Absolute baller in front of goal. We're on track to be the club with most losses in a row. That record was made to by Le Havre in 2011. Yeah, I was mentioning the Sunderland one earlier. Later's Josh, later's Jerry. All right, team, that's where I'm going to wrap it up. Have a good evening. Take care. Love to you all. And yeah, look after yourselves in this very, very rough time as a gashead. Appreciate all the support, as always. And yeah, I'll catch you at the Mem on Saturday. If you see me, come and say hi. And please, let's just not get battered 4-0. That's all I ask. Take care. And at the gas. Terrible, terrible.